What is going on, Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. Now in today's video I'm going to be looking at Tapu Koko and the origin behind this Pokemon. Now this video was actually planned to go up a few days ago, but unfortunately I didn't get time, so there have been a few other videos featuring the origin of Tapu Koko. However, I've got a lot to talk about in this video that hasn't been mentioned in others. So hopefully you guys will learn at least something new about Hawaiian mythology or just Tapu Koko's background in general. So guys, question of the day, let me know what you think of Tapu Koko in the comments below, whether you like this Pokemon or not. Personally, I'm a big fan of this Pokemon, I'm really liking the design, and I know a lot of you guys are as well. I've seen a lot of comments and tweets, but there's obviously a few people who don't like it, and it's fair enough because it is a bit different. It's definitely something we don't see much in Pokemon, these kind of designs. But anyway guys, without further ado, let's get on with today's video. So first of all, Tapu Koko is the protector of the first island in the game, which is called Mele Mele. Now this island's name has three different meanings. Firstly, it can be read as yellow, which might explain Tapu Koko's colour, being predominantly yellow. Also, just a point to raise, if we do get to know the island names before we get to see the other island protectors, that's if there are any other island protectors, then the names of these islands might give us an indication of what colour they might be or what they look like. But anyway, back to the word Mele Mele. Secondly, it can be read as a mythical land, which could suggest Tapu Koko is a mythical Pokemon. This hasn't been confirmed yet whether it is a legendary or not. Some think it's a pseudo-legendary, personally I don't think it is. And finally, the word Mele Mele can be read as the name of a star. Again, there's a cosmic kind of space theme going on. We don't really know how this is going to tie in with the story, but it's definitely something to consider. Now let's look at Tapu Koko's design. Now for me, this is definitely based off an Hawaiian warrior. They wore helmets made of coconut, and it's kind of got a similar design with its shells on its arms. So Tapu Koko's shells on its arms come together to kind of symbolize these helmets, as well as using it for camouflage. Now this also forms, as you can see, a yellow bird mask. Now it could be based off two Hawaiian birds. One, it could be the Amakihi or the Akiapolao species. That's a very difficult word to say. I probably butchered that Hawaiian language, but yeah, it's going to be one of those two birds, I think. And although that isn't really too important, it's just something to kind of look into when considering what Tapu Koko is based off. Now, we're going to look at it in a more religious aspect now. So out of the four main Hawaiian gods, Lono, which is the god of fertility, is probably the best representation of Tapu Koko. Now, although the link between Lono and Tapu Koko has been reported in other videos, there has been a few things that have been left out. So first of all, let me just go over a few facts about Lono. So Lono in Hawaii is associated with cloud signs and the phenomena of storms, which we can clearly see from the trailer when Tapu Koko is summoned. Now, according to some old Hawaiians, the god with head hidden in the dark clouds above is primarily mentioned as Lono. So again, another association with clouds. And also when it brings the shells on its arms together to create the bird mask, it seems to have its head hidden. Again, similar to how the head is hidden in the dark clouds above to describe Lono. Shout out to Ovi who did mention this in his Tapu Koko origin video, so I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description. If you do want to check it out, definitely do. It's a really good video and he's a really good Pokemon theorist, so definitely do check it out. And there's some other things I do want to mention though that weren't mentioned in Ovi's video. So first of all, in prayers to Lono, the signs of the god are named as thunder, lightning, earthquake, the dark cloud, the rainbow, rain and wind. So obviously we've seen a lot of these signs when Tapu Koko was summoned, which does suggest again it is based off Lono. So the signs we saw obviously were thunder, lightning, dark clouds, and probably rain and wind. I think were probably mixed up in there somewhere. So again, this evidence does support that Tapu Koko is based off the Hawaiian god of Lono. However, there is one more thing that is quite interesting that I do want to mention. So Lono Makua, which means Father Lono, was a name given to the material form which represented the god at this time. Now it was actually like a straight wooden post about 10 inches in circumference and 10 to 15 feet long, and there's a figure at the upper end of it which is kind of identified as a bird in ancient Hawaiian script. So we got a lot of information and evidence suggests that Tapu Koko is in fact based off the god Lono, and obviously the design wise seems to be based off an Hawaiian warrior. So guys, that is it for my origin story on Tapu Koko. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you did enjoy this video, definitely hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new around here, then definitely hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Go, and just Pokemon related content. So thank you guys for watching, really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Peace!